NL only league owners, heads up. Possible ace on the way. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you on the Fantasy BaseBrawl presented by Levitra here on CBSSports.com. It was just last October when the Cleveland Indians were just one game away from the World Series, featuring a Cy Young Award winner in CC Sabathia. They blew a 3-1 lead in the ALCS, haven't been able to recover, and now appear to be throwing in the towel for this season. As of Monday, Cleveland has lost 8 in a row to fall 14 games out of the AL Central race and into last place, and now sending their ace to the Brewers. Sabathia, though, unlike his former team, has been able to recover after a wretched start to the season. He was 1-4 with a 7.76 ERA in his first 6 starts, but has been dominant as of late. A 3-1 record with a sub-2 ERA in the month of June. In his 8-year career, though, Sabathia has never thrown a pitch for anyone besides the Indians, but now he's off to the Brewers and will be on the open market this offseason. As a free agent, maybe there's some added incentive going forward. As for what the Indians are getting in return, well, it could open the way for one of the brightest slugging prospects in all of baseball. Matt Laporta, who moved from first base to left field in the Brewers minor leagues, no longer has Prince Fielder or Ryan Braun to contend with to make it to the big leagues. The former University of Florida standout is hitting .288 with 20 homers and 66 RBI this season at AA Huntsville, and will most likely be called up this year now that he's with the Tribe. So, AL-only owners, keep your eyes on Laporta, who could probably supply you with some power at some point down the stretch. Now, it's not a shock that we're going to see CC Sabathia in a different jersey. Everybody expected it. But to see him wearing a Brewers uniform will be strange since he's never worn anything but an Indians jersey. But nothing will ever compare to what happened Friday afternoon in the Bronx. For those of you who didn't see it, Kevin Youkilis hit a shot to left field off of Johnny Damon's glove as he slammed into the wall. The ball balanced on the top of the wall for several seconds while the Red Sox first baseman rounded the bases. The play resulted in a triple and another oddity. Damon suffered a sprained shoulder, which lands him on the DL for the first time in his 14-year career. Damon has returned to form this season, hitting .319 and stealing 13 bases. Really one of the most consistent players for the Bombers all season. He was placed on the 15-day DL, hopes to return July 20th for New York. All right, when we return, we'll bring in Eric Mack to answer all of your emails. Stay right there.
And you're watching the Fantasy BaseBrawl. I'm Eric Mack, here to answer your questions. And as you can see, it's the dog days of summer, so I'm all alone. I'll be answering your questions, and let's go to the first question.
Question 1. Kevin Gregg, Francisco Cordero, and Trevor Hoffman are my closers. My question is, Matt Garza and James Shields are both available on the wire. Would it be smart to drop 2 of my closers for 2 more solid starters? Gregg and Hell's Bells are starting to jack up my ERA. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, I think your league is making a big mistake having James Shields and Matt Garza on the waiver wire. This is the best team in baseball right now in the Rays. Shields is a whip king. Garza can strike out better. Those 2 pitchers should be owned over Kevin Gregg and Trevor Hoffman. Hoffman is probably the first guy I drop. Shields is the first guy I pick up, and I would even go to Garza over Gregg also. Next question.
Question number 2. With guys like J.J. Hardy and Bobby Crosby on the waiver wire, is it worth to hang on to Edgar Renteria?
Well, I think you got to look at what Hardy's doing right now and what he did in the first half of last year before he hit a slump. Hardy has some real good pop, and he's in a pretty good lineup with the Brewers. I think Hardy is the guy you want starting right now over Renteria. Crosby's back on the DL. He doesn't have the power that Hardy has, and Hardy is really showing it right now. I think in the second half, Hardy can be a real big-time player in any fantasy league. Hardy's the guy I want starting in your lineup.
Question number 3. I was offered Alex Rodriguez for Edinson Volquez and Mike Lowell. Is it time to sell high on Volquez and grab the first pick in the draft? Do you think Volquez can keep it up?
Well, this is a great sell high trade in getting rid of Volquez and getting the #1 player potentially in A-Rod. Now he's dealing with some marital issues and a potential divorce, but A-Rod hasn't let him slow him down. He's a must-have, and over Volquez. Volquez is a guy who could slow down after 180 innings. He hasn't done that in the big leagues yet, and he pitches for one of the worst teams in baseball. Even though he pitches well, he doesn't have great wins potential with that Reds team. So getting A-Rod is a must-do on this trade. And that does it for the Fantasy BaseBrawl. Email us at dmfantasybaseball@cbs.com, and every Monday we'll answer your question.